streaming around the clock on CBS News Boston. You're watching WBZ News.
We begin with the next weather alert for some wintry April showers. It was a snowy start to the weekend today with some communities picking up several inches of snow. Thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm Jordyn Jagolinzer. While this wintry mix won't last, we will see pockets of showers as the day progresses. Let's get right over to WBZ meteorologist Jacob Wycoff with this next weather alert.
What a good snowfall we picked up out in Worcester County, but that snow has come to an end in a lot of locations from the south to the north. And as we go into the afternoon, it's going to be much drier. A lot of our totals, the higher totals, were actually out in Worcester County, 3 to 6 plus inches. Still getting some official reports in, but Leominster was one of our big winners. Actually, Leicester was one of our big winners at 7 inches. Less snow as you got closer to Boston, but still a pretty good snowfall for the month of April. When people think of snow in April, you might be surprised, but it's actually rarer to not have snow in the month of April. Only 22 times over the last 130 years did we have no snow in Boston during the month of April. Yeah, these two together, trace amounts and measurable amounts, you get about 111 times over 130 plus years. It's more often than not that we do get some snow in April. So we'll hold on to some gray skies into the afternoon. The rain returns tomorrow morning, and we're going to hold on to rain, especially coastal locations, through the afternoon. The brighter conditions will actually be out in Worcester County and certainly out into the Berkshires. The better chance of seeing dry conditions during the day, central and western Mass. But we all return to sunshine heading into Monday. We're in the 30s for highs today, and we're going to be stuck in the 40s for tomorrow. Brighter skies out to the west, and showers are going to be around for coastal locations. So our hour-by-hour forecast for today keeps us into the 30s. I want to take you to the 7-day forecast and just show some ups and downs. We're back into the 40s for Sunday, mid to low 60s Monday and Tuesday, chance for some showers on Tuesday, and mid to low 50s for Wednesday and Thursday. So we certainly have some ups and downs, but as far as inclement weather goes, today is really the only day that we're dealing with some of those heavier snow showers. A lot of that going to melt away in due time. Back to you.
Jacob, thanks. We are following breaking news in Wareham. One person is dead and another hurt after a house fire on Kimberly Court. When crews got there, they found the home fully engulfed in flames. One victim died at the scene. Another was taken to the hospital with serious injuries. No word yet on what caused the fire. Police in Millis are looking into a possible hit and run. Officers responded to a man who had been hit by a vehicle on Dover Road Friday night. The victim was taken to the hospital with serious injuries. Anyone with information is asked to call Millis Police. Well, the College of Mass Arts says one of its students was recorded allegedly harassing a President Trump supporter in Boston.
Off my campus. What's your name? I'm gonna walk you all the way to the corner, you punk.
Nick Michelli says a stranger walked up to him on Huntington Avenue Thursday afternoon and shouted profanities. He says it was because he was wearing a hat with the number 47 on it, a reference to the 47th president. Michelli says he started recording seconds into the encounter.
Just shock, because I really don't think should be that big of a deal, somebody wearing a hat, but we all have the right to express ourselves.
Michelli says he decided not to file a police report because the attention the video is getting on social media is punishment enough. Mass Arts says that it does take the matter seriously, and any behavior that violates community standards is addressed through the established conduct process. The Trump administration canceling the visas of more than 500 students and faculty nationwide. That includes Tufts University PhD student Rumeysa Ozturk. For the first time, she's describing her detainment by ICE agents in her own words. In new court documents, she says she didn't believe the agents who stopped her on a Somerville street were police. She also says she feared for her life. A Homeland Security spokesperson said Ozturk's visa was revoked because she supported Hamas. Her lawyers say that's not true, insisting she only co-authored an op-ed criticizing the war in Gaza. Her next court hearing is Monday in Vermont. President Trump announced a new military move on the U.S. southern border as his administration confronts multiple challenges around the globe. Bradley Blackburn is tracking the latest on the Trump White House.
President Trump flew south to Palm Beach late Friday as the White House announced plans in the U.S. Southwest. In an executive order, he gave the Pentagon control of federal lands on the southern border, effectively turning them into a military installation. The order says it would enable activities like barrier construction and enforcing security. It includes the Roosevelt Reservation, a narrow strip of land that passes through California, Arizona, and New Mexico. One of the Trump administration's moves on immigration was challenged at the U.S. Supreme Court this week, with the court ordering the White House to work to return a Maryland man who was mistakenly deported to a Salvadoran prison. Aboard Air Force One, the president said he would comply.
I'm not totally well versed as to the specific case, but if they said to bring him back, I would tell them to bring him back.
Meanwhile, in the global tariff battle, China's 125% tariff on U.S. goods goes into effect Saturday after President Trump raised the tariff to 145% and excluded China from a 90-day pause.
They can choose not to deal with us, or they can choose to pay it. And that's where we are.
And this weekend, the White House is starting new nuclear negotiations with Iran.
I want Iran to be a wonderful, great, happy country, but they can't have a nuclear weapon.
The talks are being held in Oman Saturday. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
3 fishermen were rescued from a sinking boat in Boston Harbor Friday morning. The 90-foot Eileen Rita ran aground on rocks near Green Island in the outer reaches of the harbor shortly before 8 in the morning. The boat was taking on water and ended up on its side. The Coast Guard says all 3 crew members were safely removed and taken to land. No one was injured. Investigators say it's too early to know what caused a sightseeing helicopter to crash into New York's Hudson River. CCTV video captured the moments it fell from the sky, killing all 6 people on board. And a warning, some may find this video disturbing. The incident happened Thursday afternoon. New York City Mayor Eric Adams said 3 adults and 3 children were killed. They were a family of 5 visiting the city from Spain. And the pilot. Their bodies have been recovered. The cause of the crash is being investigated. 3 people are dead and another is injured after a small airplane crashed on a major highway in South Florida. According to the FAA, the Cessna 310 carrying 3 people departed the Boca Raton airport shortly after 10 o'clock Friday morning. It was bound for Tallahassee. All 3 on board were killed. Officials say the crash emitted a fireball when it hit the ground, injuring a person in a nearby car.
I ran through the flames to get out and then made it to safety.
You ran through the flames, like outside the car?
Yeah, so I opened the door and there's fire right there. Just lucky to be here. Not my day today. Somebody's looking out.
The FAA and the NTSB are investigating. Well, Boston University is on the verge of winning the college hockey championship. The Terriers will play Western Michigan in the title game in St. Louis tonight. BU advanced with a 3-1 win over Penn State Thursday night. This is the Terriers' first title game appearance in 10 years as they look for their first championship since 2009. A Frozen 4 watch party is planned tonight at Causeway Boston, which is already sold out. Today is National Record Store Day, the annual event meant to celebrate the unique culture of independently owned record stores in the U.S. and all over the world. Over 200 record stores across the country are celebrating by selling some special releases that can only be found in their shops. According to the Recording Industry Association of America, vinyl album sales in the U.S. increased for the 18th consecutive year in 2024. Thanks for joining us. The news continues streaming at cbsnews.com/Boston. If you're watching us on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe. Have a great day, everyone.